In this video, we're going to be using Barbus, the Mighty Weck, and we'll be doing a giveaway, so stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Barbus Classic Shaving Soap. We'll talk about that in a bit. The Mighty Weck Sextoblade. But before we get into that, we're going to announce a giveaway today. And today's giveaway is brought to you by Barbus, at least in part. And up for giveaway today will be Dermacol Men Agent Aftershave Poker Face, which is quite a large size, 100 milliliters, whatever that is. It smells great, by the way. Dermacol Men Agent 5-in-1 Body Wash, which is cool. The PAA Peregrino Brush, brand new, unused. The PAA Prismatic Razor. And we're throwing in a soap also, Soap Commander Renewal. So all those items are going to be up for giveaway for one lucky winner. And the way that you enter this giveaway is just hashtag exactly like this, Barbus giveaway, all one word, exactly like that, Barbus giveaway. We want to thank the Barbus guy. He's been a good friend to the channel. So today's giveaway, we're going to honor Barbus, and we're going to use Barbus products as well. Let me set these things aside and we'll be right back. And all right, we are back. And so the soap for today is Barbus Classic. We'll give you a look at it. It is really, it's pretty firm. So I think even though the cost on this is good, it comes to you for $16 for 5.29 ounces, or a good price of $3.02 on our cost chart. Because it's firm, the value is probably even a little better. Now you can get this Barbus Classic either at the Barbus Dudes website, which I'll link below, or the Razor Company also sells it. So either of those places is a good place to get Barbus. And today I actually made a super lather with Barbus, which means I use the Barbus shaving soap and the Barbus shaving cream, the classic shaving cream, which they smell pretty much the same to me, clean, fresh, very nice. We'll show you the ingredients right there of the Barbus shaving soap. I won't show you the ingredients of the cream today, but we just felt like making a super lather, and thus we did. Today's razor is the Mighty Weck Sextoblade. If you get a Sextoblade, it's going to be full size. Sometimes the hair shapers can be smaller, so keep that in mind. And we hope to be mindful of our technique today, because if you're not with this, you'll know. You'll have memory lines, you'll have crimson reminders, you'll have a little bit of everything. The Weck, for my money, is the mightiest of shavers. It's small, but you got to be minding your technique, but it'll give you a really great shave if you're mindful of your technique. We have a little under 24 hours growth today, but you can still see a little of that salt there. I'm going to wet our face. Now, I'll remind you again, the links for the products used today will be below. So if you're interested in any of those, I will have them there for you. We've got our lather made up, and today we're using the enormous Savile. I think this is 3332. I got this in a trade from Mike. Thank you, Mike. He didn't like this enormous knot, and I thought, well, maybe it's worth a try, and it's worked well for me. This thing is huge. But I'm not as accustomed to using badgers, so if the lather doesn't look spectacular, it's not the fault of the Barbus. It's me and sort of learning to use these badger brushes, because I mostly prefer synthetics, but I'll tell you what, this thing is soft, very soft. And one of my working theories on why synthetics are a little bit easier to make lather with, I think the fiber on synthetic brushes have less diameter. So you typically won't see the lines like you will with this badger brush. Like if I paint, you'll see those lines. Typically won't see that with the synthetic brushes. And I think it's because they're both a little less coarse, obviously, because a lot of the ones I use, like cashmere, are super soft, and they're smaller in diameter, so they tend not to leave those lines. But I promise you, this Barbus is going to be nice and slick, regardless of maybe the lather not looking pretty today. Don't worry about the way the lather looks, just worry about the way it performs. And that's something I try to reiterate, from time to time. And by the way, if you decide you want to buy Barbus, send a screenshot of your purchase to cdb@imcdb.com, just a screenshot, And I'll put another entry in the giveaway for you. I figure, why not? If someone wants to try Barbus, I'll give you another entry. And of course, if you're a Patreon member, you automatically get an extra entry. So there is that. But otherwise, make sure you're hashtagging the Barbus giveaway below. Okay, let's dry the hands because we do want our hands to be dry when wielding the mighty Weck. Again, the mighty Weck will put you at the top of the heap in terms of open blade shaving. You must mind your technique, but if you do, it will provide for a phenomenal shave. The blade in this one is the Kismet blade, which is phenomenal. And this one I'm probably, it's nearing its end of life, I think. I might be able to strop it and get some more use out of it, but still tremendous though. These Weck shave just so close. Every time I use it, it's just, I'm amazed at how well it shaved. But you do have to be mindful of your technique and make sure you're not coming in too hot or steep. And that is with too much force or too steep an angle. Because if you do, you know, it will leave some reminders not to do that again. And I, of course, have done that before. Anyone is capable of getting sloppy, you know, from time to time. So just be mindful to make sure you're minding your technique at all times. And you will be fine. I think one of the things the Weck helped me with was just having a little more finesse in my technique, because while a straight razor might give you a little bit of quarter, the Weck will not. And if you're using too much pressure or coming in at the wrong angle, the Weck will just, it will, like I said, it'll leave a mark. And so it will sort of teach you to be a little more careful. And I think that's a good thing when you're learning to straight razor shave. I said for me, using the Shavettes or the Shavette style razors, and the Weck in particular really helped me develop just a little bit of finesse. And because I had a tendency to come in too hard and to come in at too steep an angle, and the Weck really helped me because I had to respect the blade so much, of being mindful of how that blade is when it comes to your face. And that was a helpful lesson for me. And you'll notice I'm careful when I'm putting it to my face. Now, any of us can have a lapse at any time, so, you know, keep that in mind, especially when you're yapping and talking while you're shaving. You know, for those of us who do it on YouTube and other platforms, sometimes you get caught up in your conversation and you have a lapse in focus. And again, you'll be reminded not to do it, but it's always a matter of trying to stay focused when using these style of razors. And again, this particular blade, it's not rough, but it's no longer laser sharp where those hairs are just, you know, popping off like crazy. At this point, this blade feels sort of like what a really good hone on a straight razor is. It's still very, very sharp, but it's not that supreme level of sharpness that you get when you're using one of these blades when they're fresh. I think I have maybe 9, 10 shaves on this one. Maybe more, I can't remember actually. But it still feels great, and we're happy to use it today. Hope everyone's having a great day. And I gotta say, this brush is just, it's massive. I don't think everyone would enjoy a brush of this size. I think it would be really good on your head if you're a head shaver, because it, you know, covers a lot more ground. I don't think this brush would be for everyone. It's just so large. The Barbus was plenty slick there on that pass. I think I could actually use a little bit of hydration, so let's go ahead and add a little to it, but plenty slick enough. There's a lot of lather in this brush, and probably a fair amount of water too. It'll just hold on to it. The Badger brushes will definitely hold water in a different way than synthetics. Synthetics will hold water, and if you don't believe me, wet your synthetic and then turn it like that and squeeze it, and you'll see there's water in it. But this one, I guarantee you, is holding even more water in there. And so let's just get this painted on so we don't take all day. Man, it's soft though, I gotta say, it's soft. Is it soft? Is it as soft as the cashmere? No, but nothing is. But this is really, really soft. I really like this brush, and also the one Scott Leslie sent me, which I believe is the 28, I wanna say, really good. I bought the 24, I think it was the 38, 24, and it was set too low for me, and I did not like that. But this one is quite good, and again, it's probably not a show lather, but it's gonna be more than adequate to do what I need to do with the Weck. It smells good. It's a classic, clean, fresh scent, and this was made in Slovakia, the Barbus. And I enjoy using it from time to time, and we want to just say thank you again to the Barbus dude, as we like to call him, Big Dude Barbus, for being a friend of many of our channels and commenting. Of course, he's sent some items, some of which I have up for giveaway today. But the cream and soap I'm using today, I did purchase. And I always mention whether I purchase something or not, because I think that's always important thing to mention, so you can consider, if you please. Can you hear that feedback? Tremendous feedback with the Weck. That's another reason I love it. You could really hear it cutting. And it's a fun razor to use. And again, I challenge you, if you're a straight razor shaver who's never used the Weck, see if you can find one and give it a go. You might find that you really enjoy it. And it will present a challenge to you insofar as you just have to be very careful with it. But it cuts it extremely well. It does a great job. I have to thank Frank Stromberg, because when I was looking for a full-size Weck, he told me to look for one like this with a cream handle. A Sextoblade with the cream handle, as opposed to the steel ones, because he said the steel ones just don't feel that balanced. And so I did find one with the cream handle, which we have here. Only thing I need to do with this one is tighten up the scales a little bit. But otherwise, magnificent razor. Just need to tighten the scales a little bit. That's the only thing. But it's going well today so far. And we hope it will continue. Again, make sure you're keeping your angle when you come in pretty flat with the Weck. And then, you can rotate it out to your desired angle. You hear that? That sound is very pleasing to me. One of the reasons I'm not crazy about wedge razors, you don't get that feedback, which to me is very, very pleasurable. I just enjoy that a lot. I don't think I'll be buying any more wedge razors or any Shavette type razors that don't offer some sort of feedback, because for me, I just really enjoy it. Not only do I enjoy it, I think it helps, because you can sort of hear the razor doing its work. So when you're hearing that kind of strong cutting sound, maybe you still have a little work to do in that area, versus when it starts to get quiet, maybe you're done. You can't always see everything. And some of the whiskers, sometimes you can't see, especially if they're beginning to look white, like, mine are, a lot of them. All the whiskers aren't white, but many of them are. It's a mixture. Some of it's brown or black. Some of it's white at this point. And of course that comes with age, that's just the way it goes. I don't really mind it. I'm not one of these people who is obsessed with looking young. Looking older is just part of the process, and I don't mind it at all. I don't think I look particularly old for my age. I'm in my 50s. But I don't really worry about that. Some people really fixate on looking older, and I'm just, I don't know. I guess I've gotten to that point where it is what it is. I'm not going to be going and buying a bunch of elixirs to try to reverse what Mother Nature intends. However, I will say, I think using good shaving products, good soaps, creams, and taking care of your face in terms of, shaving it in the way we do and using our witch hazel and conditioners, I think it certainly helps. But is anything going to roll back time? I don't think so. Although there are many cosmetic products that make claims, and some people are very, very concerned about that. They're, putting the anti-aging stuff on their face and whatnot. And for me, I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I've tried before. One of the companies sent me I can't remember the name of the company, but they sent me a kit. And you had to wash your face and apply this cream around your eyes and do this and that. And I did it for about a month. I did everything it said, which is facial scrub, all this moisturizing. It made no difference whatsoever. It was an absolute waste of time. And had I bought it, it would have been an absolute waste of money. And so it was useless to me. Didn't make one iota of difference, even after a month. And I said, this is just ridiculous. You're going to age, and that's just the way it is. And so you just have to roll with it, in my opinion. And for me, those creams and, around the eye stuff and all that, it felt goofy also. And so I didn't really enjoy trying that. And I'm sorry if today's video goes a little long, but I've been caught yapping a lot, and we had to do our giveaway announcement and all that. So if it goes a little longer than usual, I hope you will bear with me. I try to keep them under 20, but every now and then we don't hit the mark. Again, try to keep the Weck sort of flat to your skin when you bring it in. Don't come in at an angle. Otherwise, again, you'll quickly find out it is not intended for that. Really magnificent razor. Again, I challenge you. I'm not going to tag anybody, but I challenge you. If you've never used a Weck, grab one, use it, and see what you think. You might be pleasantly surprised and find that it's an amazing shaver. And for me, as I said last week, or earlier this week when I used the Weck, as Charles Roberts put it, the late Charles Roberts, this is the ninja class of shaving. This is the top. If you can wield one of these and do it well and get the best out of this razor, you will be doing very well, and you can shave with anything. If you spend the time and master this one, and I'm not a master of it, I'm not saying I am, but if you take the time to master this one, you'll be able to shave with anything. There's nothing that will be menacing to you, in my opinion. And in the opinion of the late Charles Roberts, who was very influential in sort of bringing back traditional shaving some years ago, when the art of shaving first popped up, and so on and so forth. He was very, very influential. He was kind of a different guy. I'll link his channel below. He was a different kind of cat, but he did advocate for this style of shaving. And I always found him interesting to watch. Some people didn't like that he had his own products and his method of lathering, and there was kind of some wacky stuff, but a lot of people give him credit in the sort of resurrection of this style of shaving and making it, it's not mainstream, but he was one of those that was pushing hard, to get people to come to the promised land, as we like to think of it. And I appreciate him for that. All right. Very, very nice. Nice shade today, but I think this blade is at the end. But I tell you what, it's been an enjoyable shave. Let me rinse. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. Now, all right, we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse to remove the soap. We applied the alum, no stinging, super nice, smooth shave. We followed the alum with a cold water rinse and then toweled off with our Lancaster towel before applying the Thayer's just in a spray bottle, magic, because it's made by witches. Excellent shave today with the big dude Barbus. Don't forget, enter the giveaway. Today we used the Barbus Classic Shaving Soap and Cream in a super lather. It worked very, very well. We used our Savile, what is it, 33, 32 enormous brush, Captain's Choice bowl. The mighty Weck, again, challenging you straight razor shavers out there. Grab a Weck, see what you think. I think you'll love it, or at least I hope so. We're going to close things out today with the Barbus Classic Aftershave. And to me, this has a cologne type scent. And again, these Barbus products that I showed you today are available both on the Barbus Dudes website, which I'll link below, and the Razor Company. And the scent on this, I'm going to go for another round. It smells pretty good. It's just a nice cologne-y type vibe to it. Very nice. And just like that, we've had an awesome shave, and we're going to be off to the races and have a great day. I hope wherever you are, you have a great day as well. And don't forget, enter the big dude Barbus. I don't know why I can't say that today. Very tongue twisted. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.